Hey guys, I got another battle here with some guy named Crimson from Cerebi, and it was a pretty good battle. It was a really long one, and I was sitting there for 30 minutes in front of the camera, and I was just pissed. Anyway, I start off with my Uxie, and he leads with Crobat, and I know he's going to taunt, so I just decided to go for this Psychic, and that turned out to be great, because it's a good 2-hit KO. And he confuses me, but I hit through that anyway, so I take down his Crobat, and I'm off to an early lead, 6-5. And what does he do now? He goes into a Drapion, and I try to go for the U-turn, I believe, but I hurt myself in confusion, and he just whirlwinds me away anyway, so I really didn't care. And then I go out into Ice Sweeps my Gyarados, and you can see that his HP is different, because from the last battle he had 365. That's because I fixed it, and now after Dragon Dance, it will outspeed base 115 Pokemon. So that turned out great, because it's been helping me out. Anyway, he's using Drapion, and then I just Dragon Dance up, and I taunt him so he doesn't do anything, and I Dragon Dance up, and he goes for a Cross Poison and gets a crit, which kind of bugged me because if it wasn't for that crit, I'm pretty sure my Gyarados could have stayed around longer, but you know. So yeah, I go for a second Waterfall and take out his Drapion. And then now he goes into this Arcanine, and this part is just epic. Okay, so I go for a Waterfall, and he goes for Extreme Speed, and I live with 1 HP. And I go for the Waterfall, and what sucks though is that it didn't die, and that epic 1 hit point survive was like wasted. But I mean, if he didn't get that crit, I could have gone for a second Dragon Dance and then taken down his Arcanine right here, but you know. Anyway, he goes for the second Extreme Speed, takes down my Gyarados, and now I go into my, what do I go into? I go to my Infernape, and just to scare him out mostly, just as a revenge kill, and I go for the close combat, but he predicts that nicely and goes to a Dusclops, which I don't know why it doesn't have Dusknoir. I mean, I honestly don't know, but I don't want this thing to stick around because I know these things can be annoying. So I go for a Fire Blast, and that's a good 2-hit kill. But he goes for an Earthquake, and that doesn't do as much as it would if he was a Dusknoir. So it sucks for him. But he doesn't want his Dusclops to die yet, so we switch into an Arcanine, and I kill it with a Fire Blast. So now I'm good. I'm 6-4 right now, I'm pretty sure. And he goes in this Duck Trio in a freaking Arena Trap. I can't escape and just Earthquake me for the kill, which sucks because Ape would have helped me a lot. Anyway, I go in my Flygon now because I know it's Scarfed, and even if he's Scarfed, he's locked in an Earthquake, so it doesn't matter. So I just go for the obvious U-turn, but he's switching to this Porygon 2, which this thing is like a wall. His walls, Duskull and Porygon 2. Those things just pissed the frick out of me this battle. So then I switch into my Registeel, which is my new wall instead of Snorlax, because I wanted a Steel type and this can cripple things. So anyway, I go for the Thunder Wave on his switch, and he's switching to Duskull, which doesn't really matter because Duskull's slow as like frick anyway. And I T-Wave it, and then this is why I wanted him, because my Snorlax had Crunch, and I also want a Dark move on my physical wall, so I can take care of ghosts, or a ghost type move, any kind of move like that. So he can learn Shadow Claw, so I taught that to him, and yeah, I go for it, and then I get him pretty low down, and he goes for the Will-O-Wisp, and which sucks because that cuts my attack in half. And then even though Shadow Claw has higher critical hit ratio, I don't get it, so after a second one, he takes it pretty well, and then just Pain Splits me, which kind of sucks. And then we go for a double switch. I go into my Flygon, he goes into his Porygon 2, And I U-turn out again because I really don't want to take this thing head on. And I go into, I think I go into Starmie here, or, what do I do? Yeah, I go into Starmie here, and he goes for the tri-attack, and that's a 2-hit kill, and I made a big mistake here. I really shouldn't have stayed in. I shouldn't have switched into Starmie in the first place, but I end up staying in and going for a Surf, hoping to kill, but that's, like, barely a 2-hit kill, and he just finishes me with tri-attack, which ends up sucking. And now he's still got his 2 walls, and he has that freaking Doug trio left. So I just go into Uxie now, just to paralyze this thing. That's what I do. I go for the T-Wave, and I get it paralyzed, and he recovers, which is annoying, because now both of his walls have recovering moves, and I need to hit him hard, which I never do. So then he switches into Doug trio, and that's my phone. Sorry, I'm back, and that was my, and then we just both take the time to set up rocks, or I set up my rocks, and he confuses me, and then I try to go for a U-turn, but it doesn't work, and then this turn he sets up his rocks, and I snap out of my confusion, and because of the swagger, my U-turn's going to do a crap load to it, and I start in a Flygon now, and I go for another U-turn with Flygon, I think. And he switches into Porygon 2, I think. Or no, he goes into this Dusclops, and I go for my, yeah, it's Dusclops. I've been calling it Dusclops the whole time. It's Dusclops. And I go, and I just do the U-turn. It's not very effective. It does like crap damage to him. And I switch back into Uxie, just because, I don't know, I had nothing better to do. So, I think I start going for Psychics here, hoping for a special defense drop or some kind of hacks, but I don't get it, and he pain splits, which is friggin' annoying. And I think I keep going for the Psychic here, hoping for, like, I don't know, I'm just hoping for a crit or a special defense drop, and he uses Gravity, so now Earthquake can hit basically everything. So, what happened here? Oh yeah, I U-turn out, and then I go in my Flygon, and I have to speed it up here, because this is just like a huge stall part with this freaking Dusclops. Yeah, and then I U-turn out, and then I come back into Uxie, and I go for the Psychic, and he pain splits. Oh my gosh, I think this is a repeat of what just happened. Whatever. Ugh, editing fail right here. Anyway, this is the part where I Psychic him, and he goes for the Gravity, and then you just saw this part. But, yeah. And then I just go for the Psychic again, and then he Will-O-Wisp. That's where it cut off back to Flygon. But, like, yeah, he Will-O-Wisp me, and then that's really annoying. So I just go for a Psychic again, and he pain splits again, and he's just wearing my team down, which is really, really annoying. So at this point, I think I U-turn out, or no, I just switch him into Flygon, and I use the Earthquake. And see, if he had Dusknoir, that would do like a crap ton more because my defenses suck. But it doesn't matter. He has a Dusclops, and then here's where this stall part finally ends. I finally just end up, I'm just like, screw it, because I'm just over it at this point. I'm like, Outrage, just go for the Outrage. And it turns out being great because in 2 hits it kills it. But what sucks though is that I had 3 turns now. I got 3 turns of Outrage, which completely sucked because now my Flygon was still in. I got it pretty low, but he just recovers it off, and now I'm confused anyway, so I don't know. It wasn't a big deal there, but I guess whatever. And then now I don't want to get the confusion hacks, so I just switch and I go back into my Steel Tank, my Registeel, and he tri-attacks, and that does absolutely like crap to me. And I get some leftovers, and the freaking burn screws me over, and then I'm just like whatever at this point. And I think I go for an S-Toss. Yeah, I start going for Seismic Toss just to wear it down. I know it has Recover, but I really didn't care at this point. Here's for the Zap Cannon. I live with like 21, and Zap Cannon hits, so it's like, what the hell? And I even live it, but because of the freaking burn, I just die right there. And then same thing with the Dusclops. I'm just over it, so I go on a Flygon, and I just go for the Outrage. because I'm like, whatever, screw this, because I've been sitting here for like 25-30 minutes by now, and I am just completely over it. And then he try attacks, and that doesn't take me out. I live with 18 HP, and then he can't do anything. He can't switch. He's down to his last 2. And I go for another outrage, and I finally take down his second wall, and I am freaking happy right here. And then now I'm like, okay, I just gotta hit with one more attack, one more outrage, and I win. Come on, Confusion, don't, and I get hurt in my confusion, and I die. And he goes for the Night Slash, which sucks because that's a super effective move against my Uxie, and I am like, frick, and I have less than 100 HP. So I'm like, good game at this point. I lost, but I live with 11 HP, and I finish him with Psychic. So, epic game, good game, dude, and battle you next time.